Good morning. Health Talks online now. The topic of today's health talk is the importance of water. Now, I've done this a few times, so I'm just going to see how this goes. Okay. Your body's made up of about 80% water. It's split between 70% in the body and 90% in the brain, averaged out to 80. Of that 80, 20% comes from food, such as fruit and vegetables. The remaining 80 from drinking water. Not your things that dehydrate you, such as sugary pops, teas and coffees, unfortunately, alcohol, obviously, but non-caffeinated drinks such as herbal teas and bit from milk and things like that are all good. Now, if your water content drops by a mere 2%, you'll experience, amongst other things, fatigue. Now, the sciencey bit behind that, you may be interested to know. The reason is our bodies have got billions of cells, and each chemical reaction that we need for functioning inside those cells has to take place in water, in a hydrolyzed environment. And in the case of fatigue, I'm talking about the metabolism. These cells sense water depletion, and the amount of energy produced within those cells depletes too. There will be a reduced amount of oxygen being delivered to those cells as well. So those two combined creates fatigue in the body. It just starts to run slow. It's like the batteries are running out. Now, something to perk you up with that one, a little top tip, is a hot shower followed by a cold shower, as well as drinking water, I'm saying, but, an instant relief if you're starting to feel fatigue. Hot shower, cold shower. Now, that will obviously stimulate, but what it actually does in the body is it stimulates the endocrine, the hormone glands, and it also improves the circulation. It actually puts the blood going back down to the core to keep the core temperature at its optimum. This is really good for the digestive system. And it also will detoxify the liver, which is your body's engine. That's a really important, well, it's all important, but that's a good one to keep healthy. But there's more. You'll also feel irritable. You may suffer from cramps, and that's the depletion of salt and potassium. You can also drink too much and wash that out. So that's a fine line with those two. Headaches, because 90% of water's in your brain. But you'll also get food cravings. So you'll feel fatigued and you'll get food cravings. The food cravings is because our body knows that we get 20% from food. So as we've got like a really good hormone messenger signal in the gut called ghrelin, it tells our brain that we're hungry. We'll do that in order to try and get some water in us. So that whole "you're not hungry, you're thirsty" that is why. But it doesn't stop there. Unfortunately, our bodies will start to kick into survival mode, especially if we start to lose any more percentages. And in that process, we'll stop metabolizing fat, which is something that we don't want to do. The reason for this sciencey bit is when we our daily sort of lifestyle, we tend to have quite a lot of toxicity that's within our bodies. Now, fat very cleverly seals that and stores it until it can be burnt off effectively and washed out of the system. Now, our body's not going to put that stuff back in if we haven't got enough water to flush it out. And the best way, top tip, to do this is exercise, perspire. If you can sweat, it's the best way to clean your lymphatic system. So exercise is really, really good. And it gets worse if we're dehydrated, because our body will actually produce more cholesterol. Yeah, the bad one. Actually, cholesterol has its uses in the body, one of which is it coats the outer membrane of every single cell. That's why our body makes it in the first place. That's what it's for. The reason why it kicks out loads is to seal off those cells and hold on to the water that we've got in there. This does, however, increase your blood pressure, and 80% of the 80% of water, 94% of that is in our blood, so it can become more viscous, a bit thicker. So that plus the extra cholesterol in our system, it's really not very good for our blood pressure. If you're suffering from hypertensions and things like that, it's best to drink lots of water. A lack of proper hydration will also affect our ability to flush away those toxins and waste. So you could experience constipation. But there's more at play there as well. So reduced water will reduce the production of digestive juices, and this offsets the acid-alkaline balance in the gut, and you'll lose minerals such as calcium and magnesium. How many are on calcium and magnesium tablets right now? The loss of those minerals can lead to such disorders as gastritis, ulcers, and acid reflux. A top tip for that symptom is drink lots of water. But if it's playing up, get a hot water bottle, pop it on your tummy, and just lie down, relax. It'll be helpful. Now, losing any more water or suffering from reduced intake for a while can have an adverse effect on your bones and joints. Water is used at the joints and organs, actually, as a shock absorber. It lubricates and cushions bones and joints. This can exacerbate, a reduction in water can exacerbate the pain from those that are suffering from arthritis and actually fibromyalgia. And I think it's got something to do with autoimmune disease as well, but I need to do some more research on that. It's not part of my list of conditions. So, but yeah, that's just something I've been seeing whilst researching. I am going to go to asthma. That's a condition I do deal with. Asthma and allergy sufferers. Now, histamine in our body is a neurotransmitter. It tells our brain, it sort of regulates our thirst mechanisms and the amount of water in our body. If we injure ourselves, histamine is what tells our brain to bring swelling to the area to fix that bit. So it's a useful neurotransmitter. If you become dehydrated, though, histamine's produced more, the production increases, which swells the body's tissues, including the lung sacs. And this is where you'll experience the shortness of breath. So drink more water. Water moistens the oxygen as you breathe, and it makes it much easier. And it also improves the oxygen distribution to your cells. So it's really good to drink some more water. And if you want like a natural antihistamine, a little bit of salt on your tongue and water will give you a mild sort of instant antihistamine effect. So you can't live without water. In fact, oxygen you can't live without, and then water, and then food, and then shoes, and car. So please, please, please drink lots of water. I have a list of helpful tips to help you drink more water throughout the day. If you want that, send us an email and I'll email it straight over. A few little tips that I do is I wake up in the morning when I flick the kettle on, diuretic. But I'll have a glass of water, and I'll squeeze a little lemon juice in it, because lemon's really, really good for detoxifying the liver and the blood. It's a really good way to start the day. So I'll drink that before I get my kettle. And I'll make sure I have a pint of water with every meal. I'll carry a water bottle around with me religiously. And I also have a chamomile tea before I go to sleep, because drinking lots more water will actually improve your sleep as well. So drink lots of water. Please, please, please drink lots and lots of water. Thank you very much. See you next time.